Hey there, it's Steve Dahl, and if you are enjoying these free episodes of the Steve Dahl Podcast, let me tell you about a special deal that we have right now at Dahl.com. If you go to Dahl.com/promo, you can sign up to listen to 2 weeks of the shows that are behind the paywall for just $1. That's 14 days for just $1. Check it out, and we hope you become a member of our podcast family, a permanent member. Enjoy the show.
The spirit of innovation is deeply ingrained in America, and Google is helping Americans innovate in ways both big and small. Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority is using Google AI to create smarter tolling systems and improve traffic flow for Texans. This is a new era of American innovation. Find out more at g.co/American innovation.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Not all meals are created equal. For instance, breakfast has the spicy egg McMuffin for a limited time, and lunch doesn't. McDonald's breakfast comes first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
How's it happening today?
Good. Good, thanks. How are you doing?
Good. I'm
that.
doing well. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Had my protein drink. I'm ready to go. I got
what flavor?
Chocolate. I get chocolate and vanilla, and I alternate. But then Matt has I think prefers the vanilla, and I had to give him a lecture about alternating. It's like, oh, bro, I got a system here.
Gotcha.
Because the vanilla were disappearing more rapidly. So, but it's all good. It's let's see, 27, 40. It's 42 ounces of protein. No, grams of protein. Can we just start over? Because I'm not making any sense. No, I know that's not. Why bother? Yeah, it's it's. I think it's got 42 grams of protein in it, and it seems to work pretty well. Yeah,
cool.
So,
what do you? I mean, when you have protein, how do you feel? Do you feel energetic? Do you feel you don't feel so logy and boggled down by hollow carbohydrates and things like that? Sugar buzz, what have you?
Yeah, the carbs will send me right into a nap, mode. Put myself on sleep. I guess I feel not hungry, and it gives me some energy, and yeah, that's good. And it's I drink these Core. I think it's made by Coca-Cola. It's a Coca-Cola, energy, not energy, but protein drink. And Core, they're called, and you can find them. Most places have the 26-gram version, and that's good too. But the 26 for, I don't know, like 50 more calories, you can get however many more grams 42 is than 26 you could for 50 calories. So it seems like a good caloric, bet, I guess. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Starting to, yeah. It's worth it. You get the things you might need. Like whatever. If it's a little heavy in one area, it's the protein that you're after, and it's all good, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna. I think it's one. Whatever. It's for 50 calories more, you can get like a shit ton more protein. So
there you go.
That seems like the way to go.
Right. Protein.
I do it using my crude math skills, which are basically, thank God there's a calculator on my phone.
Who bought it?
I can't even, dudes, I can't even, like, when it comes to figuring out a tip anymore, Janet has to check all my work. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's really off. And not usually in the favor of the server, mm-hmm. which I don't mean to do, but because I don't line up the tip with the other numbers. And if they're not all lined up, I can't add them. I can do the percentages, no problem. I'm, showbiz, percentages. That's all it is. And, deli platters and whatnot, backstage shenanigans. But yeah, so that's.
Sorry, I was muted for a second there. You're talking about iPhones here, things like that. Did you upgrade? There's an upgrade, a new OS for your iPhone.
No,
have you done that?
Not yet. No, I don't think so.
Brendan, did you?
I think mine might have. Yeah, I had to type in a code today. So
we're at like 18 now, I think it is. OS 18.
Yeah.
That's what I did on my phone today. Took a while. I was waiting for a big, you know how it relaunches, it says, hola, hello, V. Gates.
Bienvenidos.
Yeah. I was hoping for that, it's like a trailer.
Bonsoir.
Or like, the beginning
Bonjour.
of a movie, yeah. So I was waiting for all that action, but the only thing I could find was maybe it's looking a little different in photos. They've got a new way of displaying photos, and now with when you got your messages and you want to heart something, I've already hearted a thing or two this morning. Aww. It's a pink heart. It's not a red heart. It's pink. Yeah.
Is that because people were getting confused by the red heart that people were saying I love you like a like a couple I love you?
No. The meaning of that has all been watered down. A heart or a like. It's all useless. It's meaningless. It's just been so overused. But still, pink. Maybe that's a new way. Maybe it's a refreshing of the whole thing. But
or maybe it's some sort of marketing deal with Lucky Charms.
Gosh, I don't know.
The pink hearts too. I don't. I use. I mostly only use hearts on women.
Okay.
But every once in a while, I'll lay a heart on a dude.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. That's how I roll. That's how I roll.
Inclusive, huh?
Yeah. Well, if you're right. It has been watered down a little bit from love. It's not love, but then they have different colored. There are purple hearts, which I think I should only award to wounded veterans. Mm-hmm. But yeah, mostly I use. I still old fashioned use the colon or the semicolon and the end of the parenthetical.
Okay.
I make my own. I still make my own handcrafted emojis from me. One I never really learned how to do is that one, the handcrafted one, where you could have the guy, like, I want to say shirking, but I don't think that's the right word. But with the shoulders, like, what's going on? That shrug. Yeah, thank you. It's going to be a long show if I can't come up with shrug versus shirk. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And Brendan, what's going on up there in Wrigleyville today?
Yeah, what is, Brendan?
Oh, it's a sparkling, beautiful day, and everyone's happy in the neighborhood. It's a lot of
everyone?
Smiles.
Wow,
everyone I've encountered today is friendly.
You and Hank been out already?
Yeah, took our morning walk and enjoyed it. Lovely day in Wrigleyville.
Does he like to stop at the same places to smell? And do your dogs also do that?
Sure.
Dog, because when we go for a walk, Rosie's got like 3 spots, and she'll like look up at me like, "Hey, that's coming up," and I'll be like, "Okay, you can smell for a little while." And I don't know what. It must be amazing, whatever it is that they smell, because they just completely lose themselves in it,
I'm just a few blocks from the 24-hour McDonald's in Wrigleyville, and I was hoping.
Oh my God, that's like a dream.
I was hoping there would be maybe a something to honor the passing of John Amos, owner of McDowell's in Coming to America. But I guess Wiener Circle picked up the slack on that, and they gave a tribute to John Amos, who opened McDowell's. They got the Big Mac, I got the Big Mick.
Yeah, I feel that the only tribute you're going to get from them would be like a lawsuit for McDonald's. They don't mess around with that trademark.
Yep.
You might recall a few years ago, maybe even a couple of decades ago, there was some place in like Scotland or something, or someplace in Europe where they called themselves McDonald's, and they shut them down, and everybody was like, "You guys are bastards." But if you have a trademark, you have to maintain it, and if you're aware of somebody else violating it, you have to stop them. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you lose your trademark. So it seems heartless and cold and all of that, but it's kind of, that's how you maintain your trademark, which is fairly important to, I would imagine, a corporation like McDonald's.
Brutal week for celebrity deaths. John Amos, Chris Christopherson, Dikembe Mutombo, and Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Man, there.
Yeah. I met Chris Christopherson a couple of times. It was kind of cool when he was first starting out.
Yeah.
He used to hang out at our neighbor's pool.
Wow.
And play his songs, and Johnny Cash came over once. And then
you were there for that. You witnessed this.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went to Chris Christopherson was opening up for Linda Ronstadt at the Troubadour, Doug Weston's Troubadour on Santa Monica. Mm-hmm. Santa Monica was set on fire. Mm-hmm. Flip side of, what is that? The flip side of Bodhisattva. Is that?
Don't know, Ricky? Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. It's the flip side of something. It's Steely Dan with that guy, introducing them at Santa Monica Civic Auditorium. But anyway,
Chris Christopherson.
Yeah. Sorry. I tried too hard to think of what it was the flip side of, and then it takes me away from what I was talking about, and then within 5 to 10 seconds, I've completely forgotten. So,
one of the last of the Highwaymen. Only one left.
Yeah, I guess Waylon. Well, Willie's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris Christopherson and Johnny Cash, they've all passed. Anyway, he was opening for Linda Ronstadt, and we went to the Troubadour. But unfortunately, because the people at whose house these guys all hung out at, this guy was a TV director, and he and his wife were friends with my mom and dad, but mostly his wife was friends with my mom and dad. He tolerated my mom and dad, I think. Mm-hmm. Just barely. But we all went. Steve, Rick, Roger, and Carol all went to the Troubadour, and Steve was like about, I don't know what I was, 14, 15. I was just at the age where I didn't want to be seen with my parents and my brother at the Troubadour because it was like a cool rock and roll nightclub. But Gotcha. There we were, like right in front, and Johnny back in a booth. And Chris Christopherson was great. It was a great show, and I think it was one of his first like big gigs, outside of playing in on Broadway in Nashville and stuff like that. And then Linda comes out, and I'm pretty sure. I don't have any pictures or anything, but I'm pretty sure. I feel like that's when Glenn Frey and Don Henley were still in her band, and maybe Randy Meisner or who, the band that would go on to become the Eagles, or some of the members of the the soon-to-be Eagles were in her band. And they served, the Troubadour serves food, food and drink, 2-drink minimum. And they had this dessert. You've probably seen them maybe at restaurants or in sometimes they have them in freezer cases. I think like at a Trader Joe's or something. It's a coconut, but it's filled with like coconut glacé, like a almost like a really highly frozen coconut sorbet. Sometimes they have oranges that have them in it. And, they have the orange one in it, or a lemon. My brother ordered the coconut, and which is tasty, and I understand, but it's really, really frozen, and you got to work pretty hard, to get it out. I mean, I think even this coconut was supposed to be a little bit more thawed than it was, because I don't think they expected anybody at this rock and roll nightclub to order that.
Right. Yeah, they're not.
People were drinking and whatnot, and poor Rick, he went at it with a spoon, and somehow the coconut. Basically, it's a coconut shell filled with ice. Coconut ice went flying and landed. We were at the end of a long table, right in front of the stage, center stage. It kind of landed. It sort of started flying towards Linda Ronstadt.
Wow! And
it landed with a thud, an inopportune thud, because it was either a quiet song or she was talking in between songs, and she was surprised by it, and then gave the entire all four of us a really dirty look.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We're not, like, what, come on. And, but that was Rick. He, poor guy, he just never could catch a break. So, when we got married, the priest, we were married by two priests, the priests that were working at the church that Janet's, family always went to. And one of them was the younger one who was always trying to hit on Janet. Whatever. They had some sort of painting that they gave us as a gift. Like, that was part of their tradition, that they would give you a gift. And Janet is welcome to come down here and fix this story for me if I'm telling it incorrectly. But
yeah, it says Janet Day.
Yeah, but so it's like a painting, like a 2x3 framed oil painting, and Rick, as the best man, was holding it and then just dropped it in the middle of the ceremony onto the not on the altar, but on the proscenium there, and it was
Butterfingers.
That was very loud. It was very, because it's a pretty empty church. I mean, a couple hundred people in there, but
so tiny hands run in the family.
I don't know if it was tiny hands. It might have. I don't know what it was. Nerves.
It's a big day. People, I think it can be very tense for everyone involved.
Yeah, I know. I had nerves because I had to. We didn't have to, but I was told that we were going to be writing our own vows, and I think we had to memorize them, which I am unable to memorize things. So, and also at that point in my life, probably I would say I was unwilling to share those kinds of thoughts with people. Still not good at speaking to. Hi, Janet.
Hello.
Hi, Janet.
Hey, Janet.
How are you?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Do I have everything plugged in over there? Yeah, I think I do. I wasn't really prepared to share my most intimate thoughts with. I still have trouble being serious in front of large groups of people, or even a small group of people, like be in charge of the family toast at Thanksgiving or whatever. And I think you guys have been witness to several toasts where Janet had to take the wheel because she felt that the toast wasn't going well, and and of course hers are way better than mine would be. But what's going on there, Janet?
Nothing. I'm just straightening. I have help cleaning today, and so that means it keeps me honest. I'm just trying to put all the stuff away that's been stacked up over the last week or so.
Well, I don't know how you there's no way to keep up with the amount of stuff that keeps coming in. And not necessarily because of us. Matt orders some big giant box of something every fucking day. We have no more room here.
We don't.
No more room. But every day, but at least one giant box comes with. I don't even know what's in them.
Well, he got a guitar, and a
Nice.
guitar case.
Okay.
What did he get? What kind of guitar did he get?
He got a cheap guitar. I don't know.
He got a Squire, I think a Jazzmaster, a Squire
Sweet.
version of a Jazzmaster.
All right.
Yeah, it's another way to avoid talking to us. He can go in his room and play guitar.
Yeah.
So he's been, I don't know, he usually plays keyboards, but now he's migrating back to guitar, and I don't know.
I think it's just to show me up.
Well, no doubt.
Look how good I am, Dad. It's not even my main instrument.
He moved one of his keyboards across in his room, so you can actually walk across his room now.
Oh.
So that's big improvement.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm going to move all of his DJ gear that's down here in the basement and mix it so his kids won't come down here and play. And they really need to. They need to go to another level for their hijinks. I'm going to move all of that into the room with the treadmill and stuff.
Oh, there you go.
Put a lock on the door. Because, I've been working out, but I just haven't been doing it at home, so.
It's just gathering dust in there, the workout equipment. So, or will you move the treadmill
Well, Jackson goes in and works out, and I'm not with his friends, and I'm not sure they should be slinging those weights around.
Well, they don't wear shoes. You have to wear shoes if you're lifting.
And barefooting the treadmill doesn't seem like a good idea. No, I'm going to keep it. It's, there will be a time when I use it again, I'm sure.
The basement is actually cozier in the summer or in the winter than it is in the summer because all the air conditioning comes into the basement. It's like a refrigerator. Yeah, that's right. That's right. But in the winter, it's cozy. It's and we bought them a sofa and they have a TV and they have a video game system, but they moved the video game system up to the family room and it's sitting there next to the TV. And
where was I when that happened? Because I would not have allowed that to happen.
Yeah, I know. But anyways,
obviously I wasn't here.
They aren't here as much because it's school year, and but it will be nice for them to be able to come down here in the winter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They were here for 3 hours yesterday. They can pack a lot into 3 hours. It almost seems like they were here 24.
What'd you guys
doing
do?
Homework and stuff?
No.
They do no homework. I think Emery will do her homework. Jackson claims he never has homework, and he's in 5th grade, so I'm pretty sure he does. Right?
Mm-hmm. They just kind of roar in, and then they maul the refrigerators and make themselves ice cream, and then they had a jumping spree on couches, and then
which leads to a knockdown, drag-out fight between at least 2, possibly 3 of them.
There's always injuries, and then they made some sort of caterpillar, and they were going from room to room upstairs. But it's all accompanied by really loud screaming because they've been quiet all day, and they want to let it out. And it was a nice day.
Oh, and don't forget, Jackson had his trumpet.
Oh, and Jack
was leading the caterpillar with a trumpet.
Yeah. And then
poor Rosie is like she can't find a place in the house to hide.
I know the poodle really comes out in Rosie when the trumpet's on.
Well, I think any dog that's too. He gets pretty close to her, face. That it's too loud for me, and I'm deaf. So they went to the park, which was nice. They all rode to the park, and there was a fight, and then Rowan came home alone, and then he was missing, and then Matt didn't know where he was, and then Jackson rode up and ascertained that he was safe, and then he went back down. I mean, it's like if you're sensing any
simple.
frustration in our voices, it's because whenever we offer to help, Matt goes, "I got this.
I got this."
And I'm thinking, I've even said at this point now, I just say, "No, you don't." But it doesn't make it doesn't matter. So
individually, they all had lovely days. They all did funny things and said funny things and were nice. But 4 is it's like having plates on sticks. It's just one parent would always have a hard time unless there's a constancy. Like this isn't their home, so they don't have a go-to place to send them to and lock the door and make them stay. He calls a timeout, and by the time he's down, the kid's in front of him saying, "Ha ha ha ha! You can't contain me." It's just a lot of activity.
3 kids was always a combination of man and zone defense for Janet and me. Mm-hmm. 4 kids, I don't think.
There's no defensive play.
Well, you can't run. You can't have zone coverage on 4 kids. It's like impossible. So.
And Matt worked so hard. He made noodles, which is their favorite, and he seasoned some broccoli and he fried it, and it was great. And he cut up sausages, and he had this lovely dinner. And then each of them took turns not liking it. Somebody hated broccoli. Emery didn't like the shape of the noodles. It's like the most. Being a parent is the most thankless job.
It was penne. What difference? She only likes spaghetti.
And then he capitulated and let them have squirt for dinner instead of milk, and so they they didn't even like squirt, but they liked the idea of like going off the grid and having pop, and they left it all on the table. So that it's just an unsatisfying experience when you go to all that trouble and all you get is negative reviews.
Sure.
And a couple of I hate yous thrown in there. Just,
And during
randomly.
dinner, one of them went under the table and started scribbling on the bottom of the table with markers.
You guys gotta get you guys gotta come. Somebody's gotta come get us out of here.
And so,
I keep looking for condos.
I know it's
for us.
It's a cheesy table, and when Matt made it, Rowan was here from school, and so Rowan signed the bottom of it, made by Daddy and Rowan. So the other kids had to put their names on, and that wasn't the big problem. But the problem was while they were down there, they were scribbling on each other's legs and clothes under the table. And so when they emerged from the table, Emery's jumpsuit, which was adorable, had green streaks all over it. And so I said, "Oh my God, I can't send you home. Take it off. I'll wash it." And it's like, my mom knows how to get it out. Don't worry, Grandma. And it's like, oh.
Janet's still, I feel that I am able to envision whatever bad thing is going to happen next. Even just letting him sign the table when they built it, I would have said, don't do that. Because ultimately, all four of them are going to be under there doing something to the table because he got to do it when he put it together. And I think that's standard kid behavior, but we don't have, we're not meshing as it could be a 3-person unit, trying to, and these kids are under a lot of stress, their parents are getting divorced. They're being shuffled back and forth. I get it. They're nice kids. I love them. We love them. But we are more than happy to help. And I think as grandparents, we have some knowledge as to how to be helpful. And we are not, and it's our fucking house. So that's the part I really don't get. It's like, well, wait a minute, though. It's my house. Yeah, just leave my kids. I got it. I was like, okay. All right, whatever.
You have to use psychological warfare. Like yesterday, we have a
You're
big,
not good at it. They left here with ice, with each of them with a Haagen-Dazs bar in their mouth.
No, just
Emery. In which I'm sure there was a fight in the car.
So we have a big bin of shoes because they take their shoes off and they take their socks off, and so we put it all in a bin so that when they leave, on some odd chance, Rosie hasn't relocated them and they'll take them. So for some reason yesterday, they started throwing things from the bin into my rose bushes, which have pickers, which is not a good thing. And so I said, I dragged the garbage can to the front. And
Did they take the bin outside to do that?
No, they just opened the front door and started throwing things out. So I said, if you throw it out the front door.
Like an airplane that's crashing and they're trying, I'm sure they did that on the Hindenburg. And get rid of all the chairs now, schnell.
So I said, if you're throwing it out, I'm going to put it in the garbage. So I dragged the big, 75-gallon bin and put it by the front door and started throwing things in. I said, there's a lot of poop in there. So you probably, once it's in there, you probably don't want it.
Say goodbye to those fuzzy slippers.
And they freaked. So then they started throwing my things out. And I said, no, that's not how this works.
Guess where I was? Not home.
But,
I am getting more errands accomplished.
I know. It took a lot of work, but they understood. Emery went out and brought all my things back in, and they stopped doing it. But it's like, you can't just yell at them. You have to sort of raise the stakes.
But Matt is here when all that's happening.
Well, he was dealing with another kid, I guess, with Jackson. I mean, it's just hard. It's hard.
Yeah, like you said, it's the plate spinning.
Yeah, I love them, but
This is not how I envisioned I'm almost 70s.
And so when people wonder why Steve loses a thread of thought at any given moment, it's because there's so much going on here. I'm going to send you guys a picture of our Saturday night where Matt brought equipment up from the basement and launched a disco in our family room, and it was madness.
Yeah, I have that. I think we talked about that video a little bit.
They have to see it, though. I mean, you can't publish it, but it's like there's a girl in a bathing suit dancing in front of a mirror, flipping her hair at herself. There's girls on the sofa doing flips with their legs in the air. There's somebody singing. There's Jackson flickering strobe lights till I had epileptic seizures. And Matt is head bobbing and changing the music and blending songs together. And the kids don't like their mix, so they're giving him thumbs down every time he morphs from one tune into the other. It's like insane. All in strobe. Loud Technicolor, and it was funny. It was cute. But then
Jen, I was guess where I was? Upstairs watching TV in my bedroom with the door locked. Jen said, "You have to come down here. It's so cute." And I was like, pass.
But all that
I can hear
work,
it. I can hear the thumping.
all that work is only good for 20 minutes of diversion. And then they're in the pool, in the hot tub, and Matt's trying to string a sheet so they can watch Nemo from the hot tub in the backyard.
Right. And the wind keeps blowing the sheet into the pool.
And that only lasts 30 minutes. And that's a lot of work. He's trying so hard. And, it's
He is trying hard. I feel bad for him because many of his plans don't they don't work out.
they're badly reviewed by the kids who adore him, but they're always going to raise the bar.
They kind of sense that they might be in a sort of a power situation right now.
Yeah, I think that's a tale as old as time.
Yeah. So you guys have been through divorces. I don't know. I guess I would be very, very upended, but also recognize that there's a little bit of a power breach there where I might be able to jump in and make things go my own personal selfish way.
Speaking of tales as old as time, Janet, I have a question for you. There is you're a Michigan native, and there's an urban legend, the Dog Man of Michigan, that appears every October. Have you heard this?
No.
Do you know?
Is it Upper Peninsula?
I think it's in the Mitten. I was reading about it on the Detroit Free Press, and it's a 7-foot dog man that appears and scares people every
You
year.
dated that guy, didn't you? I think she dated him.
I'm not familiar with it, but
That's why she always wants you to shave?
She hates it when I have a beard. In folklore, the Michigan Dog Man was a creature, allegedly or possibly still is, I don't know, witnessed in 1887 in Wexford County, Michigan, which don't know where that is, but it sounds, I'll click on the map. It's in the Mitten, but it's in I'm going to say it's in between the pinky and the ring finger.
Okay.
Of the Mitten.
And that's a ways from.
It's getting close to the UP. Traverse City-ish, I think.
No, it's on the other side, though, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't want to do Michigan geography for 1,000. It's in the northwest part of the Mitten.
Okay.
That's where Wexford County is. It was described as a 7-foot tall, blue-eyed or amber-eyed bipedal canine.
Gorgeous eyes.
Is that how you say it?
Beautiful blue eyes. I swear, 7 foot tall if he was an inch.
I would say bipedal.
Piercing eyes. Soulful.
Hi there, Robert Redford. How are you doing?
Jeremiah Johnson.
My goodness.
Remember that movie, the Robert Redford movie?
Sure, Homesteader.
Yeah.
Or is that him, or is that Paul Newman that had blue eyes? I can't remember.
Paul Newman, piercing blue eyes.
He was the blue-eyed guy.
And me.
You have blue eyes?
You.
Yeah, sure.
I think I do. That's what it says on my driver's license anyway. I don't think I've ever really checked them out. A bipedal canine. What did you say, Jim?
I said pedal just because pedal.
Well, stands on his, I guess that would be, stands on his hind legs, right?
Right.
With the torso of a man and a fearsome howl that sounds like a human scream. Oh, yeah, yes. This is the guy that came over to get his records back one day. I said, one of my old boyfriends is coming to get his records back. I'll just leave him on the porch. No. I'm like, okay. Okay.
That's exactly how it sounded. Otherworldly, spooky.
According to legends, the Michigan... Sorry, sir.
I said bone chilling.
I'm sorry. I respect my elders, and I didn't mean to cut you off there. I apologize. What were you, an iron miner up there or anything? Or what?
I was a vineyard owner.
Vineyard?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Went broke first year.
Yeah, that's a little far north for a vineyard.
In hindsight, poorly thought out.
Should have gone with cherry trees, maybe, I think, up there. According to legends...
thinking about lemons, mangoes, tropical things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a non-starter.
Scurvy outbreaks back then.
Yeah, that's probably a non-starter as well. Maybe a nice pasty store. You can sell those delicious pasties. which the miners used to. And I think they learned this from the Cornish miners over in Great Britain, but they would put a warm one in their pocket that they get from their wife or whatever.
You don't mine corn; you just pull it out of the ground. You plant it.
Right,
Cornish miners.
Oh no, yeah, no. These
are joke, son. Try to keep up. Too literal. You're too uptight.
I'm trying to. Yeah. Okay. I'll just say the iron miners don't actually bring out steam irons or anything like that. It's iron ore.
Iron ore what? All right.
All right. Savvy wordplay going on here this morning.
I'd love to join you guys, but I don't.
Bring this over to NPR.
Yeah. Yeah. This is why
you
the
said
Wolfman.
They put the pasties in there.
The pasties, and they stay warm in your pocket. So you have them for lunch, kind of like a calzone, but like
exactly
a great with meat and potatoes. And
you're talking about a tall dog.
We segued to the.
Well, I was just I was asking about your occupation.
Yes, that's right. I was a vineyard owner, and
yeah, I just wondered if you were an iron miner, just because
I wasn't aware of the mines. I should have probably looked into that.
Yeah, well, I think they were
more
more east, I guess, maybe a little bit, but that's up. It's up there in that kind of country. Maybe logging would have been something for you. Mm-hmm. You could have tried your hand at that because it's big up there. I think too, logging, and maybe a guide. An outdoor guide.
I wanted to open a whimsical antique store.
Oh.
I can see this on the map. It's kind of by Cadillac-ish. I got a teaching job when I was just graduated from college in Cadillac, and they took me on a tour of the school, and it was a nice school, and the man said...
And you can stay with me.
No, my dad went with me. We were staying at a no-tell motel, and I got an interview, and then the principal showed me the school, and I said, "Oh, it's nice you have a courtyard." And he said, "Yeah, well, in the winter, the snow comes up to the top." And it was like I got in the car with my dad, and I said, "I'm not going to go there and teach." And he said, "I paid for your education. You're taking that job." And I said, "I can't, Dad. I cannot live in a place where the snow is 8 feet tall in the winter. I can't."
That's what Jeremy Renner said, but then he got that big snowplow.
I know.
It all worked out fine for him.
That was a moment. My dad was not happy with me.
Also, I think when you're staying at a motel with your dad, it's not a no-tell. It's just a sleazy run-down hotel. Motel. Whatever.
Yeah, bless his heart. It was so nice of him. I was such a bad daughter. Such a bad daughter.
No, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and then I went home, and then I went to Colorado. I drove a friend out to Colorado who was taking teaching job in Vail because jobs were really scarce then. That's why turning it down was such an affront to my
teaching jobs.
Yeah, middle class dad who sacrificed, went out on his own in business to put me through college and Jenny through college. Ran out of money. My brother had to go to General Motors Institute because it was you work in exchange for tuition. Anyway, so then I got into a Pinto and drove to Colorado with a girlfriend and set her life up and didn't come back till August. My dad called and said, "You better get home and get a job right now."
Wow.
And I did. I came home and I got a job, and it was a miracle. And then the day I showed up for my teaching, my first day, they went out on strike. It was
nice.
Oh my God.
My entry into the world of teaching was fraught. Completely fraught. And I hadn't even, because I got the job so late.
Were you aware that they were talking about a strike?
No. It was like I went in for the welcome back, and then the head of the union said, "We are not coming back to school without a contract."
Here's your poster board. Write something clever.
I didn't even have my books. I couldn't even prepare lessons. They commanded me to leave the building.
But you weren't a scab.
No, but I couldn't. I wasn't even. I hadn't signed I hadn't gotten a paycheck. Technically, I probably should have marched to the English department and gotten books at least. But like a lemming, I walked right out of there. And 3 weeks later, they called us back in. My first year teaching, we had no Christmas vacation, no Easter vacation, and we had to work till July.
Oh, to make up the days.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Did you guys have one of those, like a cool oil drum with a fire in it? Like they do at picket lines?
The union did not have my name, so I didn't have any duties. I didn't have to pick it. I didn't have to do anything. I just sat home, and every day I would like an idiot.
Get out of here! Why are you here? Yeah, why are you here watching The Price is Right?
I know, it was bad.
Dad, we're on strike right now.
And then because they got the teacher's contract, the next year they laid off every new teacher because they said, well, we gave the teachers a raise and now we don't have enough money for you.
So that was you.
That was me. For 2 years, I got laid off every March because they had to see if they had money for me. And finally, that's why I moved to Bloomfield Hills, because I thought, they're rich out there. They'll never lay me off. And they didn't.
No, but you had to go down to junior high.
Yes, and that was...
How many years were you a teacher, Janet?
I was a teacher for 7.
7 years.
Yeah. And
some might say that she still is a teacher.
Yeah.
I mean...
I think teaching has really gotten to be a hard job, but...
I learn something from you every day.
Thank you. I love teaching high school. I was in the zone where I was pretending I was a college teacher. I really did like it, but junior high was a hard age for me. It should have been easier because the age gap was different. When I started teaching, I was 21, and some of my students were 18, so that wasn't a big gap. But
you're my wife, so I can say you were super hot. So if I were, that would have been a really hard class to pay attention in for me.
Well, that's nice of you to say, honey. But junior high, I should have had more moral authority, but that's the age where kids they hate everyone who's an adult. And so I wasn't accustomed to being, tormented on a daily basis.
In fact, that's one of my fantasies. I'm in her class. Maybe you might have kept me in school, which would have been lovely. The Dog Man appears in a 10-year cycle that falls on years ending in 7. So
this year's good.
I think it's safe, Brendan. You can come out. Sightings have been reported in several locations throughout Michigan, primarily the northwest quadrant of the Lower Peninsula.
Yeah.
There was the answer all along that I could have just read. And then many believers in the Dog Man claim that simply clapping will scare him away.
Then he's not that scary.
Well, but what if they're wrong?
True.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, that didn't work.
This creature was unknown to most of the modern
Try
world.
slow clapping him.
I mean, should we be saving this for 2027, or should we just...
Yeah, just save it, honey, for 2027. You'll remember it for sure.
Yeah, I'll put a Post-it note up, and, what does this mean? Dogman. Who's Dogman? He was... does anybody want to hear any more, or
No,
is that enough?
That's enough.
Okay, there are...
When you're inland in Michigan, you have to think of some kind of a hook to get people
The lumberjacks saw him.
Yeah.
In 1887, described as having a man's body and a dog's head.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I think that people were stopping at the winery and getting sloshed, and then they didn't know what they were seeing.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. But you know how dogs love to greet you at the door? I'm not sure I want to be greeted by that kind of dog. Because he would give you the dog, the head would be doing all, the dog greeting stuff, but it'd be attached to a man. Mm-hmm. So, but, yeah, that's me, I guess. All right, well, let's do this first.
Do I have the word fucker written all over my face?
And by first, I meant before we do Ask Janet.
Do I have the word fucker written all over my face?
Oh, no, she's still there.
All the see in China, buddy. Thank you, Director, please.
My grandmother bit my mom.
Ouch.
It seems like a very negative way to start your show.
It's the Hug Club.
Gosh, Steve, what did you say? Let's take a look at some of your weekend activity. Go ahead and put that up on the Soul Train Scrabble board. Let me know what I just said.
What if I was on a boat?
Talk it out over a cheese pizza.
Get a root beer? I'm always hoping that my dreams will help me sort things out.
You love grit.
Known for his bone-rattling voice. Brendan, you've got that.
Yeah.
My rates are very reasonable. What makes you think otherwise?
I guess if you're ruthless enough, you could control anything. I'm embellishing my skills as a woodworker a little bit.
Yet you want to move to Wyoming.
You'd rather dismantle the thing.
I could be wrong.
Absolutely.
I'll be back in a few hours. Don't fuck anything up.
How do you say shock jock in Spanish?
That's my nickname. Here comes the karate. The Dahl Cast, brought to you by you, because you are a subscriber. And we appreciate that.
Sure do. Thank you.
Can't get enough of you. But we got a lot of you, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Also by our podcast partners, David Hochberg and Team Hochberg, 855-56-DAVID, 56david.com. Good time to check with him, just to maybe get a feel for what's happening with the interest rates. I mean, if you're buying a place, you have to, whatever the rate is what the rate is. But he's very good at coming up with ways to make it all work. Mm-hmm. And maybe you got stuck with a high rate, one of the higher rates, because I mean, I think they've been at, I want to say, was it like a 22-year high or something like that? So maybe you're going to want to refinance when they come down a little bit more. They've come down already. Maybe it's time to refinance now. I don't know, but who knows? David Hochberg, 855-56-DAVID, 56david.com. John Heggie, Heggie Law, Estate Planning, JHEGGIE at HeggieLaw.com. Estate Planning, 847-272-7360. You must have an estate plan. You owe it to I guess you owe it to yourself because it's your stuff that you worked hard for. So what do you want to have happen to it? And also to your family, if you're speaking to them or whatever, or certain members or whatever. You work it out with John. He'll do whatever you want. Yeah. And he'll do it in the best way possible in terms of maintaining the corpus of your estate. Is that right? Is that the right use of corpus?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Wow. Roast number 2 order. Delicious, freshly roasted coffee delivered right to your door. Are we having the Suzy Q Dark again today?
Are.
So am I.
It's delicious.
Loving it.
I set it up last night. I ground it and I hit the coffee, the delay, so that you would have something to greet the day.
I love you.
I know, honey. I know.
You're a good wife.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's always nice to hear it. That's a hint. Some days when we go to bed, I don't say goodnight, and then I wake up in the morning and I think, I'm getting too casual. I have to say goodnight and I love you and good morning and did you have a good sleep? Those niceties go a long way to sort of crazy gluing together a marriage.
I said I love you last night to you.
As I sleep?
No, well, yes, but you woke up when I came and took your glasses off and took your phone off your belly.
Thank you.
Not that you have a belly, but your stomach.
Yeah.
And you woke up and then I said, I love you. And you did ask me this morning if I had a good sleep, and I said yes. And I should have asked you. But you always have a good sleep.
It's just like a little thing. You can see it eroding and when you get caught up in life, but noticing things that are kindnesses and saying thank you is really a good play when you're basically roommates. You have to keep things civil.
Where are you guys at with sneezes and bless you?
I'm not as good as Steve is. Steve gets mad if I don't.
I really get my nose out of joint if I sneeze and I don't hear him bless you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'll say I sneezed and you didn't bless me.
I know he does say that, and I don't know.
She sneezes and apologizes.
Yeah.
She'll sneeze and go, "Excuse me, please," and I'm like, "You don't have to excuse yourself. This is the part where I bless you."
I was in the kitchen last night, and Meredith was in the living room. She let out a couple of giant sneezes, and then a little pause, and then let out the third one. And when she let out the third one, I said, "Honey, would you please stop that?"
Well, that's kind of the same. I mean, that's
it was funny.
A loving gesture.
She laughed. It was funny. Yeah.
It's funny. But yeah, Janet, she apologizes, so it takes. I feel my bless yous are, I don't know. They're not. The blessings are going like, no, we're not going over there. She's apologizing. We're a blessing. We go over there and make although I suppose maybe if you're apologizing, you really need a blessing because not only are you sneezing, but you're feeling guilty about it.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, but.
And are you pretty sneezy, Steve? Because I imagine a lot of debris gets into those Brooklyn Tunnel nostrils of yours.
He does have the hugest nostrils, doesn't he? Yeah. They're gigunga.
Yeah. Power nostrils, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I will go on a sneezing jag from time to time. I mean, I don't know, and I don't know what causes it. Sometimes I think it's pepper. I mean, I know that's like a Laurel and Hardy bit or whatever, but pepper I'll get if I have put too much pepper on something, or actually when I fill up the pepper shaker with the pepper from the tin, every once in a while I'll sneeze at something like that, but not too. I don't think too often, right? Do I sneeze?
No.
Yeah. No. All right, roast to order. Roast2order.com. Delicious, freshly roasted coffee delivered right to your door. Do yourself a favor and try out Susie Q's Dark Secret Coffee. Mm-hmm. If you like a dark roast.
And who doesn't,
flavor.
really?
Wonderful flavor.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's what Starbucks thinks their coffee tastes like.
That's true.
It's like, this is what they're going for.
Yeah.
But they're falling short because it's bitter and horrible and expensive. This, not so much. I mean, not at all, actually. It's
sublime.
Amazingly good. And a 1 pound bag is $13.95. You can make a lot of fucking coffee with a pound of coffee beans. So there's a way to save money and benefit to that financially, and your taste buds will thank you.
Very nice.
Good morning, everybody. Fabrini's Flowers, FABflowers.com. He's doing a lot of weddings. I'm seeing a lot of great, beautiful weddings that he's been floralizing.
Fall flowers are so scrumptious.
On Instagram.
Gorgeous.
In between the guitar lessons that are offered to me, the side hustles, and different ways to use AI. That's all I get. How do I change my algorithm so I get something different?
I guess you have to.
And whatever you do, don't ever Google Zager guitars.
You're stuck with them for life.
Oh, my God. I have one, and I get 100 ads a day for it. And I'm like,
yeah, they're persistent.
Have one.
Very persistent.
Oh, my God.
I'm almost, now that you said that, I mean, I was almost thinking, if I buy one, will they go away? But now it sounds like they won't, yeah.
No, they won't. And I think that's why they get a bad reputation, is that and the fact that nobody can figure out where their factory is. But I really like the guitar. It really, for me, I like it. It sounds good, and it plays well. FABflowers.com, 888-885-2000.
I should mention Sweetest Day coming up Saturday, October 19th. Get your flowers.
Yeah,
your
that's
Sweetest
true.
Day.
We don't celebrate. But
we celebrate everything. You can give me flowers.
Well, yeah, I'll get you flowers.
Florist as a sponsor. Just in your headphones.
Or, you could get me.
I'll get you some flowers.
Okay.
But I don't.
Where would you get those, you think?
I'd get them at Fabrini's Flowers. I'll just get them right today if you want them. I don't.
I know, that's true. Any
generally
day is a good
speaking,
day.
we don't go out to dinner or do anything special.
I don't
it's just a
expect
flower
candy.
day.
Yeah, I don't expect candy, but flowers.
Yeah.
It's such a perfect
And cards.
time.
I think there are cards for it too.
Yeah,
But,
we don't do.
I don't do cards.
I know. I do. I always pour my heart out into them, and then I find them in your nightstand. And
because I liked it.
No, you never go back and look at them. You just are too. You don't want to hurt my feelings by throwing them out.
No, I do. I actually do.
I just found this. Sweetest Day is best celebrated with flowers, coffee, and estate planning.
No kidding.
That is the biggest gift, you know.
You throw in more. You throw in
3-pack.
shopping for a mortgage rate, and I think you got the perfect holiday.
Yep.
FABflowers.com, 888-88. You don't need a reason to send flowers. Just that you want to send flowers.
Love.
Just someone that you love, or someone. Yeah, or because you're in big trouble. 888-885-2000, promo code Stever saves you 10%. Don't forget, big 70th birthday party for me.
Yeah, the Stever.
At Zany's, Rosemont, December 5th. That's a Thursday night.
See if you can make a cake better than Steve. Bring a cake.
Yes.
No, don't. No. Nobody,
Everybody bring a cake.
Don't bring
Throw
stuff.
throw it at us.
No.
Brendan Greenley.
We'll have a contest.
No, Steve will make women sit in them.
Oh, my God.
Back in the green room. Some
who's
lucky
that?
woman will be selected to come sit on my cake.
Oh, God.
Is it Steve Aoki, the DJ who throws cakes at every one of his shows, throws a cake at somebody? I think it's him.
Steve Aoki. I thought that sounds like people get up and they sing Steve's songs to a backing track.
I just can't stop with those tropical drinks. They go down. Steve Aoki.
RTA.
Hi. Oi. Or whatever that was. It's not run right. RTA. That's a bite. RTA. It's shutting down. RTA. How will I get around? Wow. Wow.
Classic.
Wow. Wow. So Zanies Rosemont, December 5th, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Tickets available at rosemont.zanies.com. And then you're going to have to maneuver through the calendar a little bit to December. I think there's only 3 shows scheduled for December. So, I mean, if this thing, it might already be sold out. We might just start adding dates,
Well, we might just a whole run there all week, huh?
A residency.
Yeah, the Fun Zone.
Yeah.
The Fun Zone gang.
Yeah, kind of like our residency at the Sphere, only it's just a little teeny tiny stage.
The box.
Yeah. The box. And I'm working with Michael Helfer. He said, hey, well, you should have some sort of a coin, a token or whatever, and, to give, to commemorate your birthday. And, you should maybe do that at the show. And I was like, he said, yeah, I'll throw in 100 of them. And I thought, I bet I can get him to throw in the other 150. I'll work on it. So that's something that we're working on. And I don't know exactly what he has in mind, but his brother designed those pewter doll-cast keychains back in the day.
Yeah.
We first started up, and people...
those are very nice.
People still clamor for those. Mm-hmm. And, of course, stupid old me doesn't even bother to figure out how to get some more to sell to people that are clamoring for them. Because, why do that? But, so I'm thinking it'll be like kind of one of like those, what do they call those coins? They call them,
commemorative.
Challenge coins?
A challenge coin, yes. And it's also commemorative. You're both right. So I think that's what we're working on, and that'll be fun. And that's we always have a good time at Zanies. We're going to record a show, but just one show, so we can put all of our efforts into that one show, and people won't have to. When we first started doing it, we did like 2 shows. And that 2 long shows, yeah. Well, and I think people were fine with it, but Zanies was like, Jesus, man. Hey, Springsteen, get off the stage. Right, yeah. It's a 3.5 hour show you're doing here.
Yeah, but couldn't you do 2 1-hour shows and then and add a little bit of a donut around it, like with the sponsors and a thank you and I don't know.
Always trying to get me to change the protocol.
I know, but you are OCD and you never change the protocol. I want you to continue to...
I'm dependable. That's called dependable. But I understand what you're saying. I don't know. Sure, we can try that, but it's Thursday. So my plan was we record Thursday show, like regular, like here, like this. And then we do Friday show Thursday night. And then I think, then I have to turn that around by Friday, though. All right. Let me consider that.
Just remember that my entire family is moving from Detroit to Chicago.
They're not moving. They're
that weekend.
For dinner.
That weekend.
Really?
So it's the Jolly Christmas is that weekend. So they won't be here. I mean, I suppose they could come early and come to the podcast, which would be maybe I'll lob that.
That's
at
too
them.
many comps.
They've already been. They've already got their hotel and stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, they're welcome to come if they want. They park in Michigan City, so they don't have to pay downtown parking,
which is brilliant, really.
We fundamentally disagree on that.
Well, you know what? We don't park at hotels downtown.
Your brother just bought a $2 million condo.
I know.
He can afford to park at the hotel.
He can, but he doesn't want to drive downtown. It's a nuisance. The last leg of the trip, they can just sit relax people and get dropped off.
South Shore, yeah. All right, okay, all right, whatever.
And it's $60 a day to park. It's silly to spend that when you can dump your car and...
It's more than 60.
Well,
I think
60 plus taxes, plus you have to pay. I think it's a brilliant move, and he's The reason he could buy a $2 million condo is he squeezes the life out of every penny.
I know. He does.
But
all right, okay. I'm
don't
wrong.
criticize my family for being
I'm
frugal.
I'm not. But that's on Saturday, and yeah. Well, we'll get it all. We'll get the logistics worked out between the boys and myself. It'll all be fine.
Yeah, I just don't want, I don't want you to be a dud. My family doesn't get to see you very often. Yeah, because we're going to be with them. Friday, the girls are going to go to the one-of-a-kind art show, and I'm sure you guys will do some cool bonding activity. And then Saturday,
right.
we're going to go.
News to me, so.
Maybe Friday night, we'll go caroling at the Bean and take a tour of the lights at Lincoln Park.
No, I'm going to be sick.
And then Saturday night, we're having dinner on the river.
All right.
And
this is so great.
Living life.
Yeah. So I I want you to be fresh and crisp. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's Thursday, and we'll be done by 9 or 10 or whatever, 11. So I think I should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I didn't know that you wanted events planned for Friday.
Well, the girls already have planned to go to the one-of-a-kind, so I don't know what you guys are going to do. But I'm sure
I'm probably going to post the show from
you guys
Thursday.
could watch you post the show.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Check this out, guys. Look what I do here. See?
Yep.
See, the thing is, they won't have cars, so they can't really come out, which is good because this house is up for grabs. I don't want my family to see me like this.
Yeah. Is the disco still going to be open? The living room disco?
Oh, it opens and closes.
Party?
It's always available. All you have to do is schlep 15 things up and set Jackson loose with hallucinating lights, and boom, you got it.
Are they still up there?
No, they
brought them back
There's
down?
a speaker, a big speaker up there, but the lights are they're in a suitcase.
Where's the suitcase?
Down here.
Oh.
It's kind of crazy because the remote control, they're like very primitive lights. It's not like this is sophisticated. And they have the same kind of remote control that you use to light like fake candles.
Yeah.
It's like,
Brendan, as a DJ yourself, they're like the LED lights that kind of do their own patterns and stuff.
So cool.
Yeah, they are cool. So far, I don't know. It seems like one of those things where it's going to be a dream unfulfilled, though, because he's got all the gear, but I don't sense anybody booking anything.
Well, he's just learning to use his stuff.
You know what? Send an email to Matt, Brendan@Dahl.com. We'll get the old team back together. Matt and Brendan will go out. I'll MC. He'll DJ.
I'd love to see that.
If you want to throw a party, hit us up.
I would love to see that.
It's Christmas party season.
And then he can store the stuff at your place. Since you guys are partners.
That's fine. There you go.
Dude, you haven't seen how much stuff it is.
He says he's going to get rid of something.
He has enough. He could have a fleet of DJs.
He says a lot of stuff is moved to wireless. So anything that requires wiring, he's getting rid of.
The dude's a tech genius. He
is.
He absolutely is. By getting rid of it, you mean leaving it in the basement.
Yeah. He is the guy, though, that would forget to charge his speakers and then show up and go, oh, God, I need a wire to connect them to power.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll see you at Zany's December 5th, Thursday, 7 p.m. Rosemont.zanys.com is...
You like a white cake with white frosting.
Yeah, no, I don't need it. No one needs to bring anything. I have everything I need. As far as I can tell. So
you do. We don't have room in our house for even a keychain.
I might bring home one of those coins.
Yeah.
You can have one too if you want.
Thanks.
All right. It is time now, and I came down here last night, and did I spend several hours trying to teach myself how to make a sales brochure for the show on Canva? Yes. Mm-hmm. It's actually coming out pretty good. But then I thought, you know what? You should get into that Ask Janet mailbox and spruce that thing up a little bit. And there were some pretty old emails in there that we never got to. I apologize to anyone who has sent one and hasn't heard it. But I do. I think I have it pretty well organized.
So all this time we thought there was no email for Janet.
Well, some of them are complicated and don't seem appropriate on a given day.
What is the meaning of life? What the hell's it like being Steve Dahl's wife? You can ask her almost anything at all. She's Janet Joliet Dahl.
That's me.
Ask Janet Joliet Dahl.
The email address for Ask Janet is askjanet@dahl.com. And even if you're going to ask her something on social media, be a sweetheart and send me send Ask Janet at dahl.com a copy of it, will you? So that way we have some of them are just too heavy to get into. You know, like I pass them on to Janet, and then she goes, "Oh, I've already talked to this person." I'm like, oh, okay. But, you know, people are seeking advice that maybe I don't think shouldn't
go wide.
Shouldn't be talking about it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. But here's one. Email number 1. Hearing the podcast with Tom reminded me of our Taz, a dachshund, whom we adopted at 8 weeks old, and he lived 16 and a half years.
Whoa, that's long for dachshund.
How long did Tom say? How
13.
old? 13. Yeah,
that's a long time because isn't he a
French bulldog?
French bulldog. They have a shorter lifespan because of their respiratory issues.
Yeah.
So that really indicates good dog parenting.
Oh yeah, he loves that dog. He, too, would greet us at the door like we'd been gone forever, even if it was we were just taking out the garbage. I know, that's like so awesome. It's like, really, if I want to feel loved, I just have to walk into the garage for like 30 seconds and then come back in. And it's like, finally, somebody around here loves me. My wife won't even say goodnight to me.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I know you love me. I'm not. That's the least of my. Well, it's not even a concern. I mean, it would be a concern if you didn't, but I don't. I don't feel that's a necessary concern at this time.
Could change on a dime, though. Just kidding.
I don't.
Just kidding.
I mean, I suppose anything's possible, but I think I think I finally cleaned up my act.
Right.
Only took 70 years.
But who's counting?
No big deal. Trips to the garage, he thought. We went somewhere without him. So the last 4 years of his life, he started slowly having arthritis issues. And so all family members would carry Taz outside to take out the trash. You think he was faking the arthritis?
No, that's kind of common with dachshunds.
You can't leave me in here. I can't walk. All right, Taz. Moving a vehicle into the garage, we'd put him in the front seat for the 20 seconds it took to park the car. He'd be so happy. Yeah, Rosie loves to ride in the car. And that's, I think, due to the fact that I went to pick her up in Iowa. And what was the name of that town? It was far away.
Solon,
Iowa. And we had like a 6-hour car ride back. And she was she was the last dog in the litter to be taken. And she was very, very unsure of what was happening to her. And I let her ride shotgun. Just put a little blanket down and let her ride shotgun. And we
to this day, she prefers you.
Well, I know, but she enjoys being in the car.
Yes, she does.
She'll just lay back there, and then when we pull into McDonald's, which is what we do on the road, she perks up a little bit because she knows some French fries are coming her way. And it's all good. It's all good. One morning, he couldn't stand up or walk. We made the best decision as pet owners do. Yeah. Tom's handsome Ernie boy took me down memory lane. Janet, can you give a shout-out to local animal shelters wherever folks live, if they can donate to rescues or shelters, or, if possible, to volunteer at animal shelters? The Julins do an excellent job of that. They foster unwed dogs. Mm-hmm. Many pups, unwed and pregnant dogs. Many pups and kittens, I'm going to say. Ever since that idiot wrote that article about me in the Chicago Magazine, and Janet said that the basement was for the kiddies, Kiddies, and he wrote kitties in the article. Like, does anybody fact check any of this? before you just go ahead and completely. Yeah, Steve Dahl's back on WLS, but it's not going well. That was the article.
He has a basement full of cats.
Yeah. Yes, a basement full of cats and, dreams that are never going to come true. Janet can give you seems many pups and kittens need homes, and please spay or neuter. Okay.
There are going to be so many dogs in North Carolina.
Be an explosion of canines and felines this year. Yeah, there's going to be a lot coming up here to be adopted.
Some of those pictures are heartbreaking of people that left their dogs, or shelters that had dogs in cages and they had to go and rescue them one by one, and now there's nowhere for them to go that's safe, and so the only hope for them is to put them on transports and get them out of North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some brutal images coming out of there still.
Oh.
Still. All right, that was from Cheryl Gaylor. Cheryl Gaylor.
Dachshunds my grandpa had dachshunds, and he had to carry them upstairs. He had miniature ones, and they were notorious for having back problems, and so he would kind of wear them like muffs on his arms and bring them up so that they wouldn't hurt their backs on the basement stairs, particularly because there wasn't a rug, but... They were so loyal. He would sit in his chair like a king, and then they would lay beside him like sphinxes. Fritzel, pretzel.
Your grandfather seems that's your maternal
my mom's dad, yeah.
grandfather. I never met him, but he seems like he was cool.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I think I remind you of him a little bit.
Yeah, here's a secret. He had a slot machine in the basement, and so when we came over to his house, we'd go in the basement and play with the dogs, but he would give us a Seagram's whiskey bag full of nickels, and we'd go down and play on his slot machine, and whatever we won, we got to take home.
Crown Royal bag? Like
yeah. And so that's what we need. We need like an attraction down
there.
And
then right, but then we can keep the kids out because they're not 21. Well, get a real slot machine from that the county approves and everything, because there are slot machines everywhere out here now.
I know
they got them at your Little Joe's. Brendan. They got them everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
They're everywhere.
Wolf's Head has
Wolf's Head Inn has one. Mm-hmm. More than one.
But you're right, Janet. As a kid, like getting to play a slot machine, even if it's pretend, just with gold coins, that would be hours and hours of distraction. Yeah. And then you could have Steve as a lounge singer in the back room.
And Matt could do lights.
Volare. Whoa, Cantare.
And it was necessary because my grandparents had a Steinway grand piano. My grandmother majored in music at Northwestern in her youth, and so they had this beautiful concert piano, and my goal was to just like bang on it. I thought it was cool. And
Jerry Lee Lewis style?
I didn't have 1 ounce of musical skill, so that sound was to be avoided at all costs. So, I got a Seagram's bag, a Crown Royal bag, the minute I walked in.
Your very own.
Yeah.
Some extra coins for you, darling.
Go.
Don't come back up here.
And then the piano would be locked.
We've locked it. It has a key. We can lock the keyboard, and it's been locked, darling.
When my grandparents were moving from their house, which was in the Detroit area that was affected very closely by riots, they asked my mom and dad if they wanted that piano, and our house was too small, but even if we had a music wing, my parents would have said no based on my performance skills.
What about the piano you have there, the lovely piano you have at your home?
I bought that for her 30th birthday.
Do you ever sit down and play an etude or anything like that?
No, I can't.
This was in our old house, had like a kind of a music room, I guess.
Parlor,
a parlor, because it was, the parlor was in front, right? With the fireplace, that's where you put the coffins.
Yeah.
But anyway, it had there was a place for the piano. And we both took piano lessons. And Janet got mad because I never practiced, but I always got, the piano ladies said, good job, or whatever.
Well, he gave me a piano about, 5 months after the birth of Patrick Dahl. So I was busy. I didn't have time to practice.
I know.
Nor did I have any talent. And so I could never practice. I tried to practice, and I was a clinky kind of player. He never practiced, but the teacher liked him, and she was oozy with him. And
girls like
and it hardened me to even ever practice. And then I started noticing she was kind of an opera singer / piano person, and she would come in curlers because she would have a singing job. And I thought, that's really disrespectful to come to our house and teach 2 lessons in curlers.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
And so I just said, I'm done. And then for my 35th birthday, he gave me the note. The piano was paid off.
Paid off. Took 5 years to pay for that sucker.
Wow.
And I'm hoping that it finds a home in Matthew's life sometime in the future, because he does play and his kids are taking lessons, and I want it to be...
And they've inherited your banging on the piano skills as well. I mean...
They're taking lessons, but they...
Jackson and Emery...
every once in a while they give us a...
Rowan is... he's
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah, he's the killer. I did write the Comiskey Park song on that piano, if anyone cares.
Wow.
That was pretty good song.
Like once a year, Matt will play carols, or when he's in a place, he'll play, but it doesn't get played very much, and so it's kind of furniture instead of an instrument. Here.
He's very good at playing all of the Vince Giraldi catalog, and so he can do some nice Christmassy stuff with that.
But if we get a townhouse or if we move from here, I'm not taking it. So either a church, a school, or Matt will get it. If that whoever wants it. My grandparents Steinway ended up at a church, which is probably a fine place for it.
Yeah, this is a baby grand.
Yeah.
Yamaha.
Yes, Matt had it tuned last year.
That's when it hadn't been tuned in a long
5
time.
years,
Jimmy Webb played that piano on the New Year's Stephen Gary show.
Wow,
yeah. Boy, that guy can play piano, man.
Whew. Sure can.
Whew. Crazy.
You had a lovely time, Janet.
It was really, really nice. Although, we left early because of traffic, and Steve was spitting nails because there's no good way to get to the Old Town School on a Friday afternoon from here. And so we tried the wide swing where you'd go up by the airport and go in. And then the back up on 90 was just, it was like at a standstill there. And so then Steve did the side streets.
Yeah.
And that actually ended up being a good way, but he had dreaded all day. Are you sure you want to go? Do you feel okay? And everything was great because I found out my test showed no problems. I didn't have any effects from the dye, from the MRI. Everything was great, but at the last minute, it just seemed like such a job because it did take 2 hours to get there. But we did get good parking, and we did enjoy the show, and we loved the stories, and it's such
usual. Sorry, go ahead.
It's such a lovely facility, and the people that run it, all the volunteers, are really nice. And Jimmy is 78 years old, and this is a hard thing for him just to be picking up and moving. And he looked
doing 20 dates.
Yeah, he looked spent after the show. We felt
it was his
kind of
first
guilty.
one.
Yeah, we felt kind of guilty intruding, and
No, he was glad to see
I know
us.
he was glad. This kid that's touring with him is talented and very nice, and it's got to be a big job because I'm sure Steve said, "Do you need a ride somewhere? Can we take you home?" And this guy said, "Nope, I've got an Uber. We're 6 minutes out." And so
he's his opening act and road manager.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this.
Yeah,
a little bit.
but like they had a couple days off, and then they were going to St. Louis, I think, and Kansas City. They were doing some Midwest, and then after that, some of the tour dates are far apart. So it's a lot when it's all on your shoulders. His voice is a little bit, his voice is.
It was funny because he would start singing something and he'd go, I'm going to go ahead and change the key on that. And then he'd have to, he would just go run through, what the chords were going to be in that different key, which is amazing that you can even do that, as far as I'm concerned. And then, but it was great.
It's poignant. He's worked with so many people, and this is just there's been a deluge of people that have, crossed over. And I think, you
crossed. Died.
Yeah, and you start, you're aware of your own mortality, I guess. And he talked about it. We're in the green room after the show, and he's talking about he's ready to die. He's had a good life. He's met amazing people. He's had amazing stories.
I thought he was going to ask me to shoot him or something.
I mean,
Steve, would be a great privilege if you would end this all for me right here.
Here's the revolver. It just has one pistol, one bullet in it.
So, as his mom, I want to I gave him the little pep talk, and off he went with his like dinner in a carry-out bag. It's the troubadour life. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. But he bought a house in some fancy place in New York, and his wife is redecorating.
Egg Harbor.
Isn't that mentioned in Great Gatsby somewhere?
I
believe so.
Yeah. And she usually goes on the road with him, and she's at home decorating. So I think he's just out trying to make decorating money.
Probably.
Which is kind of that's how I always looked at things, like, what do I need to earn here so we don't end up
eating cat food,
going broke or declaring bankruptcy or whatever. Also, hey, don't forget gift memberships and merchandise at Dahl.com. And now email number 2.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. But I mean, I have them. So, we don't have to do them. We can just talk. We can do whatever you want. Janet, this is from Becky. Janet, you spoke of Cheryl, my first wife, which I never even think about, and I don't really count her as my first wife. At all.
I'm sure she doesn't count you as her first husband either. Trust me.
Yeah, no, fair. That's fair. I think that's fair on both of our parts. But she spells it with 2 L's, and Janet likes to add a third and a fourth. You said she was aging better than you. Is she? Which I haven't seen. I don't know when you say you found her picture and stuff, I don't know if I'm supposed to say, let me see, or I don't care. I don't know what to say, but I don't care. But I guess I was curious to see what she looked like. But then I thought, well, that could get me, that could land me. Next thing you know, I'm calling Fabrini. What you said, she was aging better than you. Is she older than you? Did Steve marry 2 older women? Thanks, Becky.
Yeah, you did.
Of course I did.
You were just rolling over into 18 and being legal enough to get married, and she was 21.
And she was older than that.
I don't think
20,
so.
I think she was 4 or 5 years older than I was.
Yeah,
That's the range I like to. That's my sweet spot.
Yeah, but after we talked about this, I went back and looked her up. She is no longer living in Washington State now, or Oregon, or wherever she was. She's back in Cali.
All right.
I think the real estate stressors sent her back to California, where you could sell a shed for, $1 million. But she's partners with her husband. He's a motivating broker, speaker, to try and get people to sell houses.
Oh, I just found her.
She has 2 daughters. She has short hair. Mm-hmm. She has good teeth. Mm-hmm. Good cheekbones. She's done much better care of her skin than I. I embrace my sags and wrinkles.
I disagree.
There's a point where you can't fight. I'm every wrinkle is a badge of honor. Every sag is a legacy from my saggy parents. So my sister, who died of dementia, actually got a bonus when she left teaching of $8,000, and she decided that she would spend it on a facelift because her eyes were saggy and she wanted to look good. And so she went to a doctor and she had a facelift, and he said, well, as long as I have you under, why don't I do this and that and the other thing? And they kept her under anesthesia for a very long time. And I still to this day think all of the things that Jenny went through when she was 65, which is a fall, the breakup of a marriage, and an extended exposure to anesthesia for a facelift that didn't do one damn bit of good, because she lost 20 pounds and everything sagged immediately to where it had been before. But that, vanity has its payday, and I'm not cashing that check.
I'm sending the boys her picture.
Oh, you were sending? Oh, those boys. I thought you meant our kids. I was
no,
our kids don't need to see her.
She's cute.
She is.
Still. Yeah. So are you.
I don't care. She has to have professional pictures taken because she's selling real estate.
Yeah, I'm going to say there's probably a little retouching going on there.
But she's attractive. She's perky. Good bone structure. Good skin. Good teeth. Good eyes. Good everything. But she couldn't even hang on to you. So
no, she didn't want to hang on to me.
That's right. I forgot.
It wasn't my idea. She turned me into a crazed stalker.
Well, the crazy thing is then Janet Janet Dahl, investigator, I zigzagged to her husband's Facebook page, and his check-ins are some of the same places we go in Hawaii. And I thought, oh my God, that would be so freaking weird if we were ever in Hawaii at the same time. They stay at the same timeshare that we stay at, or whatever you want to call it, interval ownership. They go to Merriman's, they go to Duke's, they go to the same places. Only they go in May. So I guess it's unlikely that we'll see them in November.
But if you did, would you say, hey, let's dine together? Let's chat?
Sure. I think it would be a trip. I think it would be a trip. I think they're both happy that the other's life has turned out.
It's been a long time.
She married a record producer, and I don't think that worked. Promo guy. And I think she had a fun time, but I don't think it was sturdy. And then she married another realtor.
Sorry. Steve, would you be awkward at dinner? Do you think your conversation would be awkward?
I don't think so.
No, actually, she was Catholic, and when she wanted to have her second marriage legitimized in the eyes of the church, because she was, Latina Catholic. At first, we said we'd send her all the papers from the diocese that said the marriage was null and void because they didn't ask permission of the church and they were married in Vegas. And at first she said, no, I don't care. But then she said, no, send them. And we did. So that was our last contact with her.
Plus, it was over a half century ago. So
God, we're old. Yeah.
I just did the math. It was 50, because I can't deduct 18 from 70 in my head. 52 is the answer I was looking for.
Oh, honey, you would have had your golden anniversary. Damn it.
It all worked out for
at
the
a
best.
small radio station in Bakersfield.
For a long time, I saved
where I would at least be general manager by now.
I saved all these love notes. She had really cool printing. She was very artsy, and I saved them in a accordion file. And every once in a while, I'd look back at them, not with jealousy, just with curiosity, because she was the girl that called in radio stations, and Steve was probably the only guy that answered and said, "Let's meet."
I don't know. I mean, she ended up going out with another guy at the station, but which was I wasn't aware of. But
did you slash her waterbed? Was that her?
His.
Oh boy!
I was on my way to work. I didn't have time to do it. Wow. Really only had time to slash and run.
It was good for me because you were run out of town. You run to Detroit.
They got me a job in Detroit to get rid of me.
Doesn't life work in weird ways? All these little moments, these intersections, and these moments of transition and decision and fate.
Yeah, I mean, she and her husband was in radio at the time. He ran a station in L.A. and they got me a job in Detroit that I wasn't quite yet qualified for. And it never occurred to me they were getting rid of me, but Janet pointed that out to me a few years ago, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. And also, they knew that it was going to change formats from a cool a XRT format to a light format. So I think there was also some malice intended. But as you said, Dog, it's funny how the little things always, they kind of...
The path.
Yeah. They kind of, in my case anyway, it worked out. So
I'm going to recommend a book for people that want to probe fate. And I don't remember the author, but the name of the book is The Measure. And it's a really compelling way of everybody gets a string on their 21st birthday, and it tells them exactly what their lifeline is, and then they can make decisions in light of the fact that they may have 40 years or 13 years. It's a fabulous book and so thought-provoking, The Measure. Everyone should read it and then look at your life and figure that every day is to be used. It's a great book.
This is fiction, right?
Fiction, yeah.
It's because I didn't get my string.
No, I know. Be glad, because if you got a string and it was marked at the 21 plus,
kind of like your lifeline, like how
but
fortune tellers tell you about your lifeline,
and you can choose. If some people don't open their box and they just live without thinking about it, and some people open it and live constantly thinking about it.
Wait, there's a string and a box?
No, the string comes in a box, and you can open it, but you don't have to open it, but you have to accept the box into your life, and so.
Whoa.
A lot of people don't do it and just live naturally, and then
without even looking in that box.
Yeah, but it's great.
Well, I don't think I'd want to know.
It's a great book. It has a compelling end, and it's just something you'll think about for long periods of time. Fabulous book.
The Measure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wish I could. I can't remember the author, but it's easily found, I'm sure, on Amazon.
Right next to. Hold on. Excuse me.
Nikki Ehrlich.
Right next to Secret Pizza. Mm-hmm. Midwestern Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
The Measure. Who'd you say it was by?
Nikki Ehrlich.
Nikki Ehrlich. Yeah. I'll read that. Is that? I know we have it because you never throw away a book.
I think I gave it to someone else to read, but I'll check.
Thanks for thinking of me.
I know. I don't.
Well, you're a non-box opener. She's going to waste a book on a non-box opener.
I don't think I would. I don't think I would want to know.
Well, the book is thought-provoking. You know?
It's what?
It's thought-provoking.
I am kind of going deaf, I guess.
You are.
What? I mean, I have headphones on. I didn't understand that. So that's probably not great. Yeah, you know.
I had my eyes checked yesterday. You should have your ears checked.
What? I'm
just
sure,
for the hell of it.
I'm sure they'll be bad. I don't.
The new ear buds from Apple function as a hearing aid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Turn them up, turn them down. Calibrate what sounds you want to hear. Yeah.
What's that you say? I'm sorry. I'm listening to J.D. Souther.
He was very instrumental in the California country rock movement.
Important figure.
He picked up the torch from Graham Parsons. All right. Well, they're not the ones I have, though.
No, they're new. They're new.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. I'd rather.
I know.
I have a myriad of health issues that I need to have addressed, and I have them kind of like planes waiting to take off at O'Hare. And up next on the runway is
That's what it means to be blessed enough to live old, live to be old, though. You know, you just got to kind of patch.
I'm not complaining. But I can't have my prostate, my eyes, and my ears all, failing even if they are, I can't face up to the fact that that's all happening.
But the good news is
once.
that all of those are easily addressed and remedied. Well,
yes,
not easily, but they're addressable and remedied. So
no, I know. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
I know. I tend to try and hit one thing at a time, and then when that's over, like after my MRI, then I could go and have my eyes checked, and one thing at a time.
Aren't most people like that?
I don't think so. I think some people are much more broad in their abilities to handle things. We're both a little bit more tunnel visioned, whatever.
Yeah, I think funnel vision is it's a cooking channel. I'm not sure. This is from this email number 3.
It's a quiet one.
I'm making a game time decision right now. This is from Mary Hook. Mm-hmm. And technically, it's to me, but I feel that it is also something that would be of interest to you. These would be perfect for your Jenny O turkey sandwiches with a dollop of cranberry sauce. Enjoy. Pepperidge Farm has a first-of-its-kind product for Thanksgiving.
Hold on tight.
Yes.
Is it a stuffing bun?
Yeah. A Pepperidge Farm farmhouse stuffing seasoned roll.
Why didn't we think of that?
I don't know. But that's all that is just dried up bread.
Yeah, with sage and onion and.
That does sound like it'd be good with a turkey sandwich.
Yeah,
sure.
What's the? Is it like a hamburger bun shape or a croissant shape? What is it?
It is. I'm having a little trouble finding a picture of it here.
Maybe like Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me.
Well,
look.
I'm going to look for that.
The article that I have here just has the Pepperidge Farm logo.
That sounds
so maybe they don't have it all figured out yet or something. I don't know.
But if you think about it, you could do that. You could mix a little egg with your stuffing and smash it down, and you could make like a
egg.
To bind the stuffing together, and you could make like a patty of stuffing, and then put turkey on top of it, and then cranberry, and then mashed potatoes, and then gravy, and you'd have like a stack.
Like a Brendan Greeley recipe.
Doesn't that sound good? Then the bottom would be like a rice cake of stuffing. It would be a round rice cake of stuffing.
Yeah. Yum. Wow,
I do not see any pictures of it. So
well, maybe there's still time to invent it, Steve. Up to the kitchen.
Well, no, I think I'm sure they've invented it. I don't think that they they don't have a picture of it. So I don't know. I can't find one anyway. So
we'll do a deep dive before Thanksgiving.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it won't be hard to find. Pepperidge Farm has pretty good shelf space at most stores. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Mary. I will check that out. I've kind of gotten away from the turkey sandwich. I don't know why, but I like a good turkey sandwich, and I have not prepared a Jenny O breast in a while either. So
oh boy,
maybe I'll pop one in today. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't find a picture of it.
When I Google it, there's stuffing bun recipes. So maybe Pepperidge Farm actually stole it from home cooks.
Oh, sure.
You going to try my turkey breast on the smoker this Thanksgiving?
Mike is our smoker, and I bet he would
likes
be
the whole
glad
bird,
to,
the bones, the cutting, the corpse.
I think for our Thanksgiving anyway, we're doing a carry out. No, wait, we're going to the buffet, right?
Maybe you like
at
a
the
buffet.
motorcycle club.
Yeah, because we'll just have been back from Hawaii, and because we're staying 2 weeks, and can we just go there? Because then,
well, I sent out it's not even reservable till the 24th of October, so I sent out a feeler to the kids because they might have obligations to other in-laws. Except Matt, and his kids might be going to their other grandmas, so it might just be you, me, and Matt at the buffet. How sad. Giving thanks with no leftovers. Damn it.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out, honey.
Okay.
I don't love turkey.
No, I know, but you also your
and I don't love
dislike
buffets.
of turkey. I think is overshadowed by your hatred of buffets.
I know. But I actually, now that the kids are a little bit older and they can help themselves a bit more, it's not as daunting as when you have 3 or 4 kids that you're...
Think of all those tables they can get under and sign.
Yeah.
If we bring Matt's kids with us.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll keep them occupied.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Janet.
Welcome.
Janet, thank you very much.
Thank you, boys.
It's been an honor.
You, Steve, thank you as well.
Have a good day.
Brendan, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.
The Steve Dahl Show is done right now.
Okay. Well, that was a pretty good show, I think. And I try to release one every month, but we do one every day. And if you like what you just heard, you're going to like the Everyday Show. Once again, Dahl.com/promo, $1, 2 weeks behind the paywall. Normally $10.95 a month. Check it out. Thanks.